Good luck. Christ, won't be out of here till wide shot. Wide shot. Yeah, yeah. 47th edition of the Tour de Hongrie would get underway. The first of 5 stages starting in the far east of the country, east and south on the Romanian border at Iula. Total of 143 kilometers in prospect for the riders as they faced what was pretty much a pan-flat stage. 112 riders representing 19 teams, total of which were at seven of those at World Tour level, 7 pro teams, 3 continental squads, 1 cyclocross professional team and a national squad. Problems in the early moments of the stage, just over 10 kilometers in, and this crash posing plenty of difficulty for a number of riders, all of whom were able to get back up on their bikes and resume and make their way back into the stage in various states of disrepair. No obvious reason for it beyond a touch of wheels in what was a very busy and active early part of the day, with still no early breakaway established at this point. A little clumsy, a little confusing, and a little painful for some. But ultimately, no lingering after effects as the riders got set for a chariot race conclusion to the day. Eventually, we got our early break established, and it was 2 riders from the Lidl Trek squad. Matthias Norsgaard racing clear, eventually to be joined by his young Danish compatriot and teammate Christian Ekholm. First of 3 sprints of the day, hotly contested at the head of the main peloton behind our breakaway riders. It was none other than Benoit Cosnefroy who took the final bonus second on offer behind Ekholm and Norsgaard, who rolled through. And a long run to the day. The second sprint of the day, equally hotly contested in the main peloton behind our lead duo out front. And it was Cosnefroy who made it a full house, actually, of bonus seconds from the main peloton. 3 in total gained in his bid for overall general classification glory at the end of the week. In the short stage race, every second counts. Fine sprinting performance from the French rider with the UAE squad, clearly on flying form at the moment after victory on home roads in recent weeks. Rider's got the bell with 55 kilometers remaining as Ekholm and Norsgaard led through Benoit Cosnefroy, and the main peloton towed along by the Sidal Quick-Step squad. Martin Severcek at the front when this tumble occurred. Again, another touch of wheels, no particular reason for it beyond a little bit of crosswind and a little bit of anxiety in the peloton. Anxiety and pain, frustration for Harm van Houke and others, but again, all those riders able to resume and race back in through to the 3rd sprint of the day. And again, it was Ekholm that led a breakaway duo behind as Benoit Cosnefroy this time managed to fend off the challenge of Chris Nylands to make it a maximum benefit from the main peloton. 3 bonus seconds gained. Could be very useful indeed at the end of the week. Into the final 10 kilometers, and the Sidal Quick-Step squad had Severcek and indeed Yves Lampart, joined by the likes of Vigard Stackel-Langen in setting the tempo on the front of the main peloton. Down and into the final bunch kick, and it was Juan Sebastian Milano looking to come off the wheel of his lead-out man as they gathered behind. Tim Merlier waiting for his moment to shine. Phil Bauhaus for the Bahrain Victoria squad, handily placed. Max Canter and Fernando Gaviria also in line astern as they ran to the line, but it was no surprise that Tim Merlier got up to take the victory on day 1. His first visit to the Tour of Hungary, already a successful one. This 33-year-old Belgian delivering after a day of chasing by his teammates. Great lead-out action from the Soudal Quick-Step squad, and Merlier managing to tag on to the lead-out of Juan Sebastian Molano through and into the final 200 metres. Former Belgian and European road race champion. Timing his moment to perfection. Powering clear to a victory by well over a bike length. Closer to 2 bike lengths by the time they got to the line. Arm held aloft for Tim Merlier into the overall race leadership, the lead of the points classification, and making it 3 wins from just 5 days of racing action in 2026. Behind him, Juan Sebastian Molano, best of the rest, fending off the attentions of Phil Bauhaus in the run to the line.